being stated here, actually, with the exception of zero taxes, fits in with Singapore. Singapore's got low taxes, but there are a lot of upsides to Singapore as well. Where like Singapore, Dubai has a delightful absence of natural resources, and therefore it had to innovate and become entrepreneurial. Like Singapore, where Minister Mentor Lee Kuan Yew had a larger-than-life vision, and he managed to execute it brilliantly. Dubai has a ruler. The best statement about him I heard last week, my friend Mohammed Al-Abar defined him as the man who has seen tomorrow. Your critics say that he's a thoroughbred horse owner, the ruler, but there's some bets that he does which are totally intuitive. I've had the good fortune of working for him for 2 years, and there are only two variables he asks. How much? You come up with a project, a new idea, whatever. How much time will it take and how much money? So typically you say, it'll take $100 million, and it'll take 2 years. He'll say, take $200 million, do it in a year. He understands the value of time. Very often, in entrepreneurship, it's the value of time. A lot of businesses are built on first mover advantage. A lot of businesses are built because you've been able to execute that much faster than somebody else who had the same idea. Yeah. Again, laws change for if it's good for business, it happens. The last time I sit on an Apex council which is created, a 14-member board of government and private sector people to try and help redefine where Dubai is going to go in 5 years' time. So our second meeting, he decided to give his yacht. It's a yacht, as you see, we invited about 100 people. So it's a yacht which is a 50-bedroom yacht. And he turned around and said, okay guys, if you want it once a month, you're welcome to. And his statement was, if it's good for business, it's good for Dubai, and I'm ready to change the law that you want. A lot of nationalities, trading is part of the DNA. Again, Singapore and Dubai are both very, very similar on a lot of attributes. There are some attributes where Singapore is way ahead of Dubai. One is level playing field. The challenges with, depending on your nationality, the field changes a bit. But then when you pay zero tax, you're not that badly off on that. Another initiative that we worked on was the building of the Knowledge Hub. This typifies that the impossible takes a little longer. Here was an idea from a white paper to launch took 14 days, and that announcement to actual execution took 365 days. In 365 days, Dubai actually had there was about 1 million square feet of office space, a business park, and with 300 companies operating in 365 days from the idea. It shows a certain kind of entrepreneurial spirit. A lot of things went wrong. I exited from this initiative because I ended up realizing it's a real estate play, and I'm not a real estate player. Anyways, so how is entrepreneurship relevant to us here today? A lot of us, I'm sure, a lot of us over the last 24 hours have thought, those of us who are entrepreneurs have thought of newer ideas, those of us who are not have thought that maybe it's time we got out of the comfort of your comfort zones. Be prepared to come out of your comfort zones of fixed income or your hierarchy or the size of your office, your social status. More often than not, we think this, but we don't end up executing. So if at the end of, by next week, if there are at least half a dozen of us who decide to do new businesses or new ideas and it comes out of this session, I think the session overall, the last 24 hours, I think it will be very, very time pretty well spent. My personal takes are very simple. No pain, no gain. Be prepared to, it's not, it's going to be long winters. It takes time, and it becomes pretty lonely. And personally, every time you're thinking of a new venture, it's just you, and then you try and build an ecosystem around you. So it is quite lonely, and sometimes it can take a lot of time. I'd say don't do it unless you really have material trapping. You enjoy that. Some of the most successful entrepreneurs I've come across have wanted to make immense wealth, and they've gone that way. I know a lot of people say different reasons. I tend to believe to be an entrepreneur, if you don't enjoy money, I'm not sure whether you should do a for-profit entrepreneur. One of the ventures I got into was both my wife and me. My wife's also from IIMP. Incidentally, how many IIMP guys are here? Can you raise your hands? Is Sanjeev around? He said, "Where's Bangalore?" I think the numbers are there. Yeah. No, so one venture my wife and I did, and which we still run, a few international schools and nurseries in Dubai. Interestingly, 2 of them are called Raffles. It's a shell company that we had acquired, and we did it because we were not happy with the schools our kids were going to. The motivation was very clear. My wife still runs the business. Our eldest son's graduated. He's gone to an Ivy of his choice. The younger one's about to go to Cambridge. We're happy. The business works well. It's a $100 million business. It's a for-profit business. We came out of a personal desire, and your passion is essential. And I'm operating across different businesses. You're multitasking. You've got to be prepared to multitask. But you tend to work 24/7, 365. That's, to me, if you want to be an entrepreneur, you still want your corporate banking working hours where you can book your golf time bookings, etc. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. You've got to be prepared to work 24/7, 365. With that, I end my speech. I've moved a little faster than I had to because I think we are running a lot behind. Thank you.